So that day I was at the Museum of Orsay, or the Orsay Museum in Paris. You know, in Paris, there are very big museums, and the three big museums in Paris are dedicated to different periods of art. And this one is especially dedicated to Impressionism. And it's a very, very beautiful museum, which used to be a long time ago a train station. And someone decided that this train station could be transformed into a museum. It was at an era when it was it was very rare. Now, a lot of old stations or old plants are transformed into museums, but at that time, it was very, very new. So it is a very, very beautiful museum, which contains some of the best collections of Impressionism. And it's absolutely gorgeous. If ever you come to Paris, you have to go and visit the Orsay Museum. It is also the reason why this museum is very, very, very crowded. Usually there are thousands of people in this museum. And when I started this project, of course, I was still doing other works. First, I was going on with my project on the ballet of La Scala. And then later on, I started a new project on the Bolshoi ballet. And between the travels to Milan, and then after that to Moscow, I used to go, each time I was in Paris or each time I was in Moscow or in Milan, I used to go to museums and trying to go on with this project. And I used to work nearly every day. I mean, nearly every day. I was completely obsessed with this project. And and one day I was in Orsay, and when was it? It was in February 2017. And I was feeling bad. I had caught a cold. It was like the beginning of the flu, and I didn't feel I didn't feel well. And I was insisting and thinking that I should stay in the museum and really try to find something to photograph that would be interesting. And a voice in my head said, so I should go home, because I was feeling so bad. I should go home, go to bed, have some tea and rest. And there was no point in going on with this exhausting day. So I thought, let's go out. So I was going out of the Orsay Museum when suddenly I saw this lady. And when I was a child, I saw some ladies like that, dressed in Japanese traditional costumes. But I had not seen that in years. And I was so surprised and marveled by what I was seeing, that suddenly I didn't feel the pain, I didn't feel the flu, I was healthy again. And I decided, well, to follow her. So this lady apparently used to come very often to this museum, because usually when you go to the floor of the Impressionism, you have to take, you know, the steps, I don't know, is it elevator or escalator? In French, we say escalator. So it's a moving step to go to the upper floors. But she knew that there was also a lift, which is only there for handicapped or for people working in the museum. So she went directly there, and she was like walking, you know, with the very quick and small steps to the lift. So I followed her, and I went with her in the lift, and she was at the Impressionists floor, and she was going from one painting to another, and very, very, very quickly, and like running. And I thought, my God, and I was praying, maybe at one moment something will happen. And also I was very worried, because it was a day where there were so many people in the museum, and I thought maybe something is going to happen which will be interesting, but there will be so many people that any picture would be impossible. And then at one moment, she stood still in front of these two paintings by Monet, by Claude Monet. And it was incredible for me, because this is really the idea of beautiful ladies with this umbrella, and you can feel at the same time the sun and also the wind and the elegance and those beautiful dresses. And she had such a beautiful dress herself too, that it was incredible for me. And maybe because I was in front of those two paintings, maybe this is the reason why this lady went on the right. And maybe she thought, I'm not going to be in front of this man who is looking at the painting. Maybe it's the reason why she's there. And it was really very quick. I had only time to take two pictures. And then suddenly, she look at her face. She's looking at those paintings, and really that there is a very strong connection between these two paintings and this lady. And she's really moved by them. And she stayed a very long time. And compared to all the paintings that she was looking at before coming to those two paintings. And then suddenly she turned to me, and I thought, my God, she suddenly saw that I was taking a picture of her. And she went to me and she said, please, mister, would it be possible that I give you my camera and that you would take a picture of me with those two paintings? So she gave me her camera, and I took the same picture that I took before for her. So she went back to maybe to Japan with a picture that I took of her with those two paintings. So this was the second story.